Welcome back, Cosmic Besties. I am your Cosmic Bestie, Kara Hart, and I'm here to talk about the weekly forecast for August 11th through the 17th. And I usually do these cosmic forecasts with my bestie, my cosmic bestie, Sophie Wan, but she is still out of office. And I got so many messages this week on Instagram and via email of people being like, please bring it back. And I'm just so glad for all of you who are sitting here watching this. And I'm just happy to be adding value, honestly. And it actually keeps me on track too, to even know what's going on in the week. Because sometimes I just get so busy with life, I don't even check. So yeah, I'm so happy you're here. It's kind of weird doing this solo without my right-hand woman, Sophie, by my side, but we're going to keep it going. We just came off the Lionsgate portal and a powerful full moon in Aquarius. Let me know how y'all did with that. That one hit me so hard, like way harder than I ever anticipated. My friend Maston and I, if you don't know who Maston Kipp is, definitely look him up. He is a next level human being. He focuses a lot on nervous system regulation, but he's just like brilliant all around. But we hosted a little gathering for the Lionsgate and the full moon at his place. It was so fun. Like the group of people that we brought together was just incredible. And I was facilitating, helping everyone locate like where's the full moon in your chart so people could really focus on what they wanted to let go of with the full moon. Because, you know, full moons are all about release, right? And we kind of went in a circle and spoke about what we were letting go of. And I was the last person to go. And I was like, wow, I don't really know what I want to let go of. I knew it was in my 10th house. And by the time it got to me in my head, I was thinking, oh, I'll just say like I'm done playing small in my career. I'm ready to be seen, you know, kind of like some of that more like generic stuff, I guess. And when it came time for me to talk, what came out of my mouth was not what I was planning. And I was really vulnerable about a business partnership breakup that I went through last year that like really, really broke my heart. And I was just bawling. And there were like, I was saying things I didn't even realize, oh my God, that's how I feel. And I've actually been holding on to this for so long. And I was like ugly crying in front of a group of strangers, and it was such an intense experience. And it just felt like, whoa, I didn't realize I had been carrying that with me. And it felt so good to release it, even though vulnerability, especially in public, is not the thing that vulnerability is not easy for me. Let's just say that, right? I'm a Virgo sun, Taurus rising. But actually the response that I got from the people in the circle was so profound. Like so many people telling me like, I've been through similar situations. Like I also went through a business partnership breakup and it really devastated me too. And just a lot of advice from people who have been running their businesses for a lot longer than I have. And, you know, again, like it was just so great to be witnessed in that, even though it really scared me. And I like woke up the next morning thinking, oh my God, cringe. I cannot believe I was like ugly crying in front of all these people. But it just really reminded me of just the power of coming together. And you know, the people that were in the room who came to the gathering, I mean, all of them were so magical and like successful and vibrant. And, you know, looking at them, you'd be like, oh, like they have it all together, especially when you look at someone online. You're like, oh my God, they're gorgeous. And, you know, they have this successful business and they're really making a difference in the world. And to just have all of us sitting there and kind of sharing like our very real human problems and holding space for each other was so powerful. And I'm like, we should be doing this more often. Like we should be gathering in community and sharing, because it's just so nice to know like, oh, it's not just me, you know, like we all are kind of going through the same shit. And yeah, it was profound. And I kind of had to spend the whole weekend just integrating, processing, allowing, just being like, whoa, it really was a really big moment. So anyways, if y'all had a big release around Lionsgate or the full moon, drop it in the comments. I want to know how yours went. What else? Yeah, I'm just in LA enjoying being here. Surprisingly, I really love it. Like I really resisted moving home to LA. I grew up here, but it's been so nice being here. And I'm meeting a lot of amazing people, especially in the health and wellness space. And yeah, that's my personal update. I'm so used to having Sophie to like kind of go off of here. But anyways, let's keep it rolling. I want to talk about the numerology and astrology for this week. And it actually is a really big week. First off, numerologically, it's a week 6, and 6 is all about love and relationships. And it's super, super magnetic. This is a time where relationships are going to take center stage for you. And whether you're calling in romance or there's some sort of healing that needs to happen in a relationship, or maybe you're even kind of like, I'm not sure where I'm at in my relationships, and I'm thinking I want to call in this business collaborator, or I'm thinking that I want to have this experience. Like, now is the time to really go for that. Nurturing yourself is going to be really important this week because the 6 is all about being the nurturer. So double down on self-care. The other part of the 6 is that 6 is all about responsibilities. So this week you're going to be coming back to like, what do I feel responsible for? And where am I maybe feeling too responsible for something? Like, am I taking on other people's stuff when I actually need to be taking on what's happening in my own life, right? It's so easy to kind of put our energy elsewhere. And yeah, I mean, I definitely am feeling this. I have been working on a lot of things behind the scenes, and I'm so excited to launch them. And I'm like, wait, okay, I need to like really get a plan going. So I think that's where I'm going to be channeling this energy, and also continuing to process and heal that business partnership breakup that came up. But yeah, this is a time to focus on your relationships. If you're single, this is a really good time to call in a relationship and even like get on the apps if that's your thing, or maybe just like put yourself out there, right? Like, I was chatting with one of my girlfriends the other day. She's like, I'm so over dating apps, but like, where am I going to meet a man? And she was like asking ChatGPT where she could meet a man. It was like, go to nice gyms, like go to coffee shops in these types of neighborhoods. It was really funny. But again, if you want to call in any sort of connection into your life, like maybe you want to call in more support in your business. Maybe you want to call in specific types of friends, whatever it is, like focus on connection this week. That's really going to be beneficial. And there's also a sort of like magnetism that comes with the week 6 that it's hard to explain, but I'll give an example from my own life. When I was in my personal year 6, 6 is the number of love, and I did fall in love, but I also had my book come out, and it did super, super well. And suddenly all of these opportunities were coming to me. Like, I was on This Morning in the UK, and I was in the Sunday Times, and my book wound up in Urban Outfitters. Like, all these things happened. And again, it was a result of this like magnetic energy that you have, especially in relationships at the time. So focus on that. Focus on like, where do I want to be my most magnetic self? And what can I magnetize to myself this week? And this goes really, really well with what's going on in astrology right now. Well, August 11th and 12th, we have Jupiter conjunct Venus. And I'm sure y'all have heard about this on Instagram because every astrologer won't stop talking about it. It's a very, very lucky transit, right? Jupiter is the planet of abundance and expansion and wisdom. I like to think about Jupiter as this like good luck kind of symbol. It's like wherever it touches in your chart, it's bringing in the most like luck and excitement and expansion for you. So wherever it is, it's like blessing you. It's blessing that area of your chart. And it's meeting with Venus, which is the planet of love and money. So that's why this is like such a big deal. They don't meet very often in the sky. And so August 11th and August 12th, by the way, I'm just looking at like the dates that I have on my phone. I usually rely on my dear friend Sophie to have these dates written out. But this is one of the most like fortunate alignments of the year, if not like the luckiest alignment in the whole year. It's so expansive for love and money, and just there's a lot of like creative inspiration that's coming, and a lot of like financial blessings could be amplified. And this is also a time for romance and artistic pursuits. So definitely plan something lucky that day. These 2 days, really. Actually, one of my friends has been dating someone, and they're not official yet because it's Mercury retrograde. And she's like, no way am I doing that. And she's like, ask me to be your girlfriend August 12th because it's the luckiest day of the year. So again, like what would you like to have an extra little bit of oomph on your side this week, right? Like if you're like, okay, I'm actually going to open up coaching. I'm going to open up my one-on-one readings again. This would be the day to do it. Or if you want to ask for a raise or a promotion, or if you've been thinking about having a spa day, do the spa day then. If there's a conversation you have to have with a loved one, right? It is a week 6. It is all about connection this week. That's a great day to do it. Like, luck will definitely be on your side. So I highly, highly recommend that. It's such a good day for manifestation too. So if you're calling something in to your life right now, I would definitely recommend doing it on that day. Just journal it out. Actually, I just spoke with a woman who came in as a client, and she grew up in an ashram, and she was telling me that she's a masterful manifester, and she was giving me some tips because she's like, she's really psychic and she's picking up on some stuff with me. She's like, oh, get really clear. And she gave such interesting advice that I'm going to share with you guys. She said, when you're ready to call something in, make a list, which, okay, we've all heard before a million times, but she was like, write it on a blank piece of paper with no lines and use a blue pen. So blue ink. And I was like, okay, what? And she's like, trust me, this is when it really works. And I was like, okay, cool. Tell me more. And the blue ink, apparently like that aligns with your throat chakra, right? So throat chakra is the color of blue. So she's like, that's aligning you with your throat chakra. And writing your list on a blank piece of paper actually, I guess, is signaling to the universe, God, whatever you believe in, that there are no boundaries, there are no lines, you're open, blank slate. And I was like, okay, I love this idea. I'm definitely going to implement that. So actually, I think I'll go ahead and make myself a little manifestation list during this Jupiter conjunct Venus. Let me know if y'all try that. And also, just as a reminder, I don't think that writing lists is enough. You have to actually take aligned action. So I think a lot of people online will talk about like all these woo-woo aspects of manifestation, but if you're not actually putting yourself out there, if you're making a list and then like sitting on your couch eating ho-hos and ding-dongs, who eats ho-hos and ding-dongs? Sorry, I don't even know where that came from. It must have been my dad in my head. But if you're doing that, it's like, it's not going to manifest. You can't be like, oh my God, my dream man, I'm going to write a list of like 100 characteristics and hope he just shows up to my door. It's like, no, you got to like put yourself out there. You have to say yes to the party invites. Actually, another tip. Sorry, my ADHD is all over the place. I'm used to Sophie being able to reel me in. Another tip that woman told me was, if you are going to call in a soulmate, to write at least 100 qualities, but no more than like 130. And I was like, girl, that is so much. That's kind of crazy. And she was like, actually, when you challenge yourself to write out 100 qualities of your dream partner, you get so specific. Like, it's so easy to stay surface level and be like, I want someone who's kind. I want someone who's attractive. I want someone who is financially stable. But when you're at, quality 70, you're like, I need a man who's opening my door for me. I need a man, you know what I mean? Like, I can't even think of something because I haven't made this soulmate list. So I can't think of what number 70 would be for me. But just sharing that in case it's helpful. I'd love to be helpful, Virgo sun here. And yeah, okay, moving it along, there's only one other thing I want to talk about in regards to this love, luck, and forward momentum week, super magnetic week. And it's Mercury is finally direct. Woo! Yes, party people. Thank the Lord, okay? Mercury's been retrograde the past few weeks. It's been a lot, right? Like, Mercury retrograde is all about like refining, revisiting, reviewing. There's a lot of delays. There's a lot of tech glitches that can happen. I never recommend starting anything new in a Mercury retrograde or launching anything in a Mercury retrograde. So I don't know about y'all, but I've definitely been hitting pause on a lot of things just because I'm like, okay, let the energy just kind of like work itself out. Let me know what Mercury retrograde has been like for you in the comments. I'd love to hear. But yeah, a lot of things that maybe felt slow or like momentum wasn't catching up. Now is the time that things are finally going to have some forward momentum, which who doesn't want that, right? Like, finally, like, I feel like I've had so many pauses. I'm so ready to hit go. And honestly, the past 3 weeks, I've gotten so clear on my vision. I've been really refining, like, what is it that I want to put out there? What is it that I want to really put my energy into right now? Because so many things have changed in my life in the past year, like my health issues and moving back to the States and going through a breakup. And I feel like I've had the breakthroughs I need to have. And now it's like, cool, it's time to hit go. And yeah, this is such a great week to actually like finally have the important conversations that maybe you haven't wanted to have. You've been a little more cautious towards. And this is also a great week to make decisions, to sign contracts if you've been waiting. I know like one of my friends is moving and she was waiting to sign the lease until after Mercury went direct. So now is just a really great time of forward momentum. So we still are in technically like a little bit of a shadow period, but you should be starting to feel like, oh, things are finally picking up. Mercury retrograde just feels so like murky and like, I don't know. It's like you're walking through a swamp and you're like, somebody save me. You know what I mean? Oh, it reminds me of, there was this movie that my opa wouldn't let us watch kids movies when I was a kid. So he would only put on movies from the 80s for us. And he put on this movie, I think it's called The Princess Bride. And there's this scene, I'm pretty sure it's that movie, where they're like in the swamp in that mud and they get pulled out. It kind of reminds me of that. Like we're getting pulled out of this, we're getting pulled out of the swamp now. Okay, y'all. Now is the time to just go for it. Also, travel is great now. Like traveling during Mercury retrograde, there's always some sort of hiccup, some sort of issue. But now, like if you're like, ooh, I'm ready to like even take like a weekend trip, you know? Maybe you're like, ooh, I live in LA. I want to go to San Diego. Now is the time. So yeah, just to give you a recap, y'all, we got Mercury Direct. So communication and technology and forward momentum, everything is green lights go. We got Universal Week 6, which is love, relationships, nurturing, the home. And then we also have Jupiter Conjunct Venus, which is arguably probably the most fortunate, lucky transit of the year. So it's actually like a pretty positive week all in all. And I'm feeling excited about it. So let me know what y'all think. Thank you for staying for my first solo forecast. This has been an experience, and I'll see y'all next week.